Welcome to Upstairs to Right Music. This is your host, Mike McWilliams. We're going to do a follow-up story here on a story we did a week or so ago on the echo metal band Threatin and their fake tour that they did in the UK that garnered a few headlines over the last week or so. This is going to be a follow-up with Threatin's bass player. Do I feel conned? Not necessarily. Threatin's live bassist speaks out after their fake tour. And here we have the bassist here. I'm not sure what's going on here in the background with the bag of what appears to be Starbucks coffee. The 1970s, that 70s show organ, the urn, maybe it might be his grandmother's ashes, I don't know. The bass. Never heard of that brand before. I'll have to look that up. And the bass player, who apparently has a problem looking into the camera, he's got a little bit of issues going on here with his Walmart suit and tie situation. Although I have to say he coordinated the tie with his skin color. So that's pretty awesome. But let's see what he has to say here. The band recently blagged. So blagged, I guess that's UK English for fooled or tricked their way or conned their way, we would say, in the United States, their way into playing a UK tour to almost no fans. The live bassist for Threatin, the band who recently blagged, okay, here we go again, number 3 time saying blagged, couldn't you use conned or Blarney? No, Blarney, that's an Irish term. Anyway, their way into playing a UK tour to almost no fans, has spoken out about his experience in the group. Galvin Carney posted a video statement in response to questions he had been asked about the bizarre story, in which he maintains that he wouldn't rule out working with Threatin central figure Jared Eames again in the future. Now, here I have a problem, New Music Express. If you guys will recall, when I first covered the story, his name was Jared Threatin, which is where we got the name of the band Threatin from. So now we found out his name is Eames. I'm willing to bet dimes to pounds that the New Music Express didn't know that when they wrote it, and because other, reporters probably found that out, now they can put this in here. They should have known that in the first place, but anyway, we press on. Through a combination of 38,000 Facebook likes that were seemingly bought, okay. Apparently, I thought Facebook doesn't allow that anymore. Apparently, fabricated management and alleged lies, about the amount of tickets they sold. Threatin played a number of UK dates to almost no audience. Now, let me tell you something. You don't have to get 38,000 fake Facebook likes to play to a no audience tour dates. Because believe me, I played to rooms. I didn't do any of this stuff, and there was nobody. And I even actually tried to get real people, and there was nobody there sometimes. That's just the life of a touring musician, man. Sometimes you play to empty rooms. This guy thought it would be a great idea to create 38,000 Facebook likes to couple with those empty rooms. Okay, Carney says that he, guitarist Joe Prunera, and drummer Dane Davis. Okay, here's my third, gripe to pick with it. If you remember when I read the original story, you can go back in my YouTube and take a look at that it only mentioned drummer Dane Davis. Joe Prunera was the bassist, and I wondered what, Mr. Jared Threatin played, because a bass, a drum, I wondered, did he play tuba? Did he play accordion? What did he do? Now we found out Carney was the bass player. Prunera was the guitarist, and of course Dane Davis was the drummer. Were unaware of any attempted con when they signed up for the tour as hired musicians. So these guys have said they never worked with this guy before. We don't know him, but somebody called us up, and and then we went for it. Okay, that sounds That sounds great. You know, I guess you got to make your money whichever way you can. Prunera and Davis pulled out of the band shortly after the story of the tour emerged, but Carney only left after his family voiced their concerns. They should be concerned about this suit this guy is wearing, this shirt, man. Woo! Do I feel calmed by Jarrett? Not necessarily, he says. Not necessarily. Okay, let's hold on to that one. That's one expression of doubt. I have no reason to believe he is responsible for ticket sales or the amount of audience that we get. However, I don't have any evidence to prove he isn't. Oh, here's number 2 expression of doubt. So in the same paragraph, we have 2 expressions of doubt. Not exactly sure. I never physically met management or people in charge of marketing or venues and all that. Okay, so in the original story, apparently there was a manager who was answering up to all of the club owners that were, you know, legitimately asking, hey, where's all the tickets, warm bodies for all the tickets that you sold? But the bass player here says he never met those people. Interesting. Carney expressed doubt over where Eames, Mr. Threatin, as we know him by, is merely a con artist. So here we have not necessarily, no evidence to prove he isn't, and merely a con artist. Maybe he's like a new, you know, you have singer-songwriters. Maybe you've got singer-con artists now. It's a new genre in music. The singer-con artist. And said he would work with him again, no problem. Yeah, man, because you got to sit here in your 1970s living room with your Starbucks coffee and talk about something. This would have never happened if this whole thing hadn't happened. So I guess the no publicity is bad publicity thing kind of works here for you. My impression of Jared is that he's a good musician. A very talented person. Yeah, I'd say he's talented. He's probably really good at voice impersonations, because who the heck called you up to book the tour if you never met anybody? How do you know it wasn't Jared? Like,
yeah, this is management for Threatin. Yeah, we got a big European tour kind of up here. Yeah, we'd like to sign you up as a guitar player. Got that? Okay, great.
Yeah, dude. He's talented, all right. That I'm making a complete ass out of himself. So I can't imagine why he would need to fake his way through anything. Ask his girlfriend that. No, that's cruel. I'll take that back. That's bad. Carney continues, he has the skills and talent not to have to do that, I would think. He also recently had some physical ailments that have made it painful for him to do even basic things. Well, his fingers were working apparently because he was able to sign up for all those fake likes. So the fact that he went on tour with that doesn't seem like something that someone with a con artist mentality would do. Wow. So apparently Jared, oh wow, it's got some physical ailments, and now, oh, we should pity this dude because, you know, he's got, like, you know, something wrong with him physically, and he still, you know, managed to sally forth and go out there and make a complete dick out of himself. Eames himself has spoken out in response to the story in a characteristically bizarre tweet. A character would mean that we would know about his character previously. So I question the syntax here. Do I want to click on this? You know what Ethan Van Scriber over at Comic Books Pro Secret says. You hope it's not porn. Me too. Let's click on it anyway. See what the tweet was. Okay. So here we have the tweet from Mr. Jared Threatin. Do they have a picture of him? Oh yeah, here he is. Here's Jared Threatin, your so-called echo metal guy. Frankly, he looks like something from, you know, circa late 1988, 89 period. Is that fingernail polishing? And what's up with the Janet Jackson key? Anyway, good look, guy. What's your tweet here? What is fake news? A over a year old concept that nobody talks about anymore. I turned an empty room into an international headline. No, you basically tried to BS your way into getting tour dates, and because that blew up spectacularly in your face, it became an international headline because nobody thought that anybody would be a dick enough to do something like that, because now in the future, when other bands come through and want to book dates, they're going to be put through the ringer because of your dickery. If you are reading this, you are part of the illusion. I think the only thing that we have an illusion here, Mr. Threatin, is that you're not a dick.
Like the show? Well, show your support by subscribing and hitting the like button. See you later.